My name is Dr. Meji Okorodudu. I'm the founder of Africa Cataract and Eye Foundation. For the work I'm doing right now, I'm doing in collaboration with Imani Bridges from the United States of America. I thank Imani Bridges. I thank you really from the bottom of my heart for what you do for us, what you do for my people. I thank you because my father actually said, thank people when you see them. When they stand in front of you, thank them. From my setup, you basically will see that I'm a rural eye care provider. I carry my practice to rural communities so that they too can have some sort of access to modern eye care provisions. In my part of the world, the cataracts accounts for about 50% of all blindness we have. We need to get those people to start to see again. Because once they start to see again, that means they become income earners again. And a man who hitherto whose voice could not be, or a woman, as the case may be, who no longer could talk in African society. Because once you become blind, you lost it. Nobody's listening to you anymore. They now have a voice again. The ones who are blind and are stuck in their homes. Once you open their eyes, you find out that these were the real leaders of the society. You know, in a week or two, bam, they're right in front again, and they're leading. And I remember what Jesus did for him when he came up and he said, what is it you want of me? And he says that I may see again. That I may see again. That's what kept on coming back to me. So when I see all the patients whom the eyes practically just beg you that I should see again. Please help me to see again. We do some work in places like this, Badagry, you know, other little cities. And we're stuck with using what we have. We look at what they have for us to be able to work. The first things we do when we come is to scrub it down entirely with disinfectants. The surgeries per se, the part of it which we want to keep really sterile is the ocular surface and the interior of the eyes. My equipments and my instruments I use are pre-packed, sterilized from home. So they are not open, like they are sealed. I open them here when I want to use them. So long as this is sterile, surgeon's happy. The surgeries are pretty straightforward, 10 minutes thereabout. Small incision, go in, get the cataracts out, put an intraocular lens there, and you're out of the place. Eye sealed, next day, I look at it. For ophthalmological work, we use a surgical microscope. It's just to be able to magnify what we see because the incision is pretty small. Normally, at the base hospital, I'll have a drip stand, you know, but coming out, I couldn't bring it because I was traveling about how many kilometers? 300-400 kilometers. I didn't want to take that long stick with me anyway. So I got here and I asked what I could use. The church had this microphone stand, which they were good enough to give to us, because I use an infusion to be able to wash out when I'm doing my cataract surgery. So I did some height for it so I can, you know, that's why I have this contraption here. One of the ladies I saw yesterday, the woman with bilateral cataracts, even here, said, please save me from suffering. That's what she said to me yesterday. Save me from suffering. That's asking me again to try and help. And that was what drove me. So for our work, that singular act Jesus did, for me, that was the greatest miracle. So taking the work back to my people, knowing the way we are in Africa, once you get to specialize, it's time to put on suits. I'm not blaming anybody. It's time to put on suits and be the big man in the city center. But I said, no, that's not what I want to do. I want to be proactive. I want to go back to our people. I want to be there, work for and with them. So going back to my people is a choice that I have made, that this is where I am going to situate my work. This is where I am going to set up. The more I do it, the more the Lord teaches me to do this. You know, I get better and better at it. This is what I want to do. This is my work. This is what I've been called to do. And I will do it. I'll do it. One of the ladies I saw yesterday, the woman with bilateral cataracts, even here, said, please save me from suffering. That's what she said to me yesterday. Save me from suffering.
So there's this lady who's been blind for 40 years. I saw her before a surgery and I thought maybe she was already medicated or over-medicated. She seemed, catatonic, totally unresponsive. Well, I was there the next day when they took the bandages off of her. And right before my eyes, I saw someone come to life. I've often thought about what it would be like to see Jesus lay his hands on the blind man's eyes and restore his sight. I feel like I've seen that. I've seen a miracle happen. I saw a lady come to life. Such joy, such gratitude, such thankfulness. I'll never forget it. I have seen a miracle. It reminds me of that verse in John chapter 14 where Jesus says, "Whoever believes in me will do the things that I am doing and will do even greater things." There are greater miracles happening all over the world. God is working all over the world, and he wants us to be a part of it. That's amazing to me.